Well, we've got a chance this week as part of Missions Moment to sit down with Harold Corbett, who is overseeing and responsible for the Passage, which is a transitional housing project that's a pilot project with the Bridge right now. That as a missions committee we've been engaged with and partnering with and looking forward to maybe strengthening and expanding that partnership as we look at both what we can be doing now and looking forward to down the road too. Even in other areas and different parts of our city. And so what we wanted to do this morning was just give Harold a couple minutes to kind of share a little bit of what's going on at the Passage and what the big picture dream is and where we want to go from there. So why don't you just kind of give us an outline of what the Passage is and what your goal is and what you're hoping to see happen.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, thanks for this opportunity to talk to the congregation of Cornerstone. And I also want to tell the congregation what a blessing it is to partner with the churches, and certainly the church at Cornerstone has been a blessing to the Bridge ministry in the past, and certainly a blessing to the Passage House. The foundation of the Bridge is to meet people where they're at and accept them as they are for God's body, to share His unconditional love. And as the Bridge has matured, and now we're in our 15th year of service on 20th Street, there seemed to be a need to provide a deeper impact on people's lives. And so the idea of a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week transitional housing program was born. And through this intensive program, we're able to help men to help them to become adequately housed and supported and positioned to become productive members of society.
So these are guys coming from all walks of life, whatever it may be. They go through an intake process with you guys. Right now, how many guys are we talking about that you're working with for your project?
This is a pilot project. We're working right now with 5 men. We have a house that has 5 bedrooms, and so it works well to have 5 men. And the goal of the project, being a pilot project, we hope that within 10 months to a year, we'll be actually expanding the program to be a 15-bed men's transitional house and a 15-bed women's transitional house. So overall, that's the goal of the project. Now, as far as who can come in the house or whatever, we're looking at for people who are currently do not have adequate housing or are in a position where they have to leave where they're at, and they have to demonstrate a willingness to change, want to change, to break the cycle, to overcome their addiction. Just to change their current situation, and we believe that only Christ can change that for them. So we make it abundantly clear that this is a Christian-based program, and we'll work with them based on Christian-based principles. What's unique is that we're going to be each man will have their own program that will be custom to them depending on what their needs are. Now, they do not have to be sober to be in the house. They do not have to be they don't have to be off drugs to be in the house, but they do have to be detoxed to come into the house. Do they have to be Christians coming in the house? No, but they do have to agree to follow the programming of the house, which is Christian-based.
Yeah. So it'd be a 1-year program then that they would be there, or is it until they're able to kind of get their feet back under it kind of thing?
Yeah, it's a good question, and what we're doing at the initial intake is saying that they have to be there a minimum of 3 months to partake in the Overcomers program, which is a 3-month based program. If they feel that they need more time, and if they're still working on their goals of possibly getting better education, a job or whatever, then they're welcome to stay in the house as long as they agree to continue working through the programs and to work on their goals. And they can be there as long as 18 months, period.
Yeah. Cool. So what would a typical day look like then for I mean, I know you said that it's customized to everybody, so it'll be a little different, unique. But just in general, what kind of the framework are we looking at?
Sure. What we're trying to do, a number of the people that would be requiring transitional housing are people that haven't come from a stable house background or haven't had men or in their lives that are good positive examples. So what we want to do is create a home environment. So there will be cooking in the house. They will be cleaning the house. They'll be, they each have a bedroom. They'll be looking after their bedroom. It'll be a safe house for them to be in. But typically they would be getting up in the morning at a set time. They would have breakfast together, do a Bible study or a quick Bible read. Then they would be either at the bridge, working at the bridge, or they could be out in the community working. For example, if Cornerstone had a program that they needed some help with, then certainly the men could be made available to come over and help with the program. So they would be based, there'll be a work component to their day, but also a Bible study component either in the afternoon or evening. That would be as part of their day as well.
Gotcha. So just so we're clear, if you're a parent of a teenage boy in our congregation right now, we can't just send our kid, because it sounds pretty like a sweet deal. We could just kind of send them and they could figure all this stuff out and then come home later. What are some of the needs, both from a volunteer standpoint or financial, or how are ways that beyond just saying, hey, we want to partner with you, what tangibly can we be doing to help you out?
And as I mentioned, Cornerstone has been a tremendous partner to date, and certainly there are ways in which we can use programming. Because it's a 24/7 programming, we do have to have people at the house, mature Christian men at the house during that period of time. And so one way would be to volunteer a day a week or evening a week or even a night a week where you could say, hey, I'll be there at the house to be with the men, just so that we have someone there. That's one way. Another way is a mentorship program where we envision each man will have not only have a mentor that would be part of the bridge staff, which would be teaching, but a mentor which would be invest in the man possibly 1 hour a week, and we ask that for a 6-month commitment, where you would take him out for coffee or just meet him at the house or go to a movie or do something like sort of like a big brother, just to have a positive male influence in his life.
Gotcha. 3 key things that we can be praying for you. How do we come alongside that way?
Okay. Right now at the onset, we need to pray for the men who are coming into the house. We certainly need to pray for their spiritual development and their courage and power to overcome whatever addiction or whatever issue that they're having. Pray for the staff at the house. This is a brand new program, so we think we know what we're doing. We're praying for God's guidance. We believe God is guiding us in this, but we certainly need prayer to get the program up and going. And thirdly, we are still in need of one more staff person who is available to work. It'd be a full-time staff position. Be able to work either a night shift or an evening shift, but it'd be a full-time position. And so we're still in need of one more full-time position for the house.
Gotcha. And when are you planning on, when does this thing get off the ground?
Gets off the ground Monday morning. We have our first man ready to move in. I have another man later in the week who's ready to go, so we'll have 2 men by the end of next week. We're opening the doors. God has richly blessed the program to now, and we believe that He will continue to bless the program. And I'll have to say there's no shortage of people who have been contacting us about wanting to come into the program and into the house. So we know the need is there.
Yeah. Very cool. Well, thanks for just sharing a little bit of your heart and what the plan is for that. Sure. Maybe what we'll do is in a few weeks' time, we'll invite you to come back and be available on a Sunday morning sometime between services. And if people want to touch base or ask some more questions, we can kind of go from there and see what's happening. But looking forward to hearing what God's going to do. So
thank you very much. Yep.